Hello everyone. So this is the last video of our course. Okay. After this video, there will be no more video. This is the last one. And this video will be covering section 15.5. This is the last section of the course. Okay, of the course. And in this section, we will be learning how to solve radical equation. Okay, so go ahead, write down our topic today, 15.5. Solving radical equation. What is radical equation? In this course, you already learn how to solve linear equation. Linear equation is linear. It's just a line, and it contains one variable x. A radical equation is just an equation. Okay, it is an equation, but it contains radical. Just simply as that. Okay, it's just the equation that contains radical. Of course, you're not going to give you this like hard radical equation because it could be really hard, if I want to. But because in this course we just covered a very basic radical equation. Okay, and in order to solve radical equation, you need to know a property. Okay, we call that property of equality. Okay, so let me talk about that property first, then let's see how we're going to use that property to solve radical equation. All right, so let's use what color here? I think I'm going to use red color because we talk about property. So I'm going to put squaring property of equality. Okay. And this property states that if we have A equal B, then we can square both sides. It means I have A squared equal B squared. Okay, so go ahead, memorize it. Well, actually, you don't need to memorize it because it's so obvious. If you have A equal B, then you can square both sides. That's what it means. Alright, now let's jump to our example. And let's see how we're going to use this to solve the following radical equation. Okay, it is one radical equation? Yes, because it contains radical. Okay, if you throw this radical away, then you say you will have x plus 3 equal 5, and it becomes linear equation. It's not radical equation. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. Okay, I'm gonna square both sides. So we square it. Oh, sorry. So I squared it. I don't know. I put the third power. Okay, squared it. Okay, and over here I squared it. Okay, so if I squared it, I will have what? If I squared it, I will have square root of something square, right? Remember last time when you learn how to simplify radical, square root of something square, you can throw away the radical, then it becomes x plus 3. You can throw away. And square root of 25 is square root of 5 is 25. And over here I subtract both sides by 3. Then I will have x equal 22. This is your solution. See, very easy. Just square both sides. Okay. Now, example 2. What if I have something like this? What if I have something like this? Square root of 4y squared plus 5y minus 15 equal 2. Alright, so in order to get rid of the radical, I'm going to go ahead and square both sides again. So I'm going to go ahead and square both sides. So let me rewrite this. I'm going to square it. I'm going to square here. Okay, square everything, both sides. So after I squared it, I can throw away the radical. Then it becomes 4y squared plus 5y minus 15, right? Equal 2y squared. 2 squared will be 4, right? Y squared is y squared. Right? And you see that on the left and the right hand side, here, they are the same, so you can throw away this. So what you have left is 5y minus 15 equal 0. So I'm going to add both sides by 15. So 15 here, I'm dividing both sides by 5. So 15 divided by 5 you get 3, and this is your solution. Alright, so simple. Okay. Now, what if I have something like this? What if I have something like this? Example 3. If I have square root of x plus 3 minus x equal to minus 3. Alright, so in order to do this, okay, you can square both sides, but the thing is this. If you go ahead and square everything, it's going to be very complicated. Okay, so I recommend that on the left hand side for any radical equation, okay, no matter how complicated it is, you have to simplify some way somehow so that on the left hand side have one radical only. You see that? In example, I have one radical only and nothing else. So in example 1, I have one radical only and nothing else. Over here, I'm getting stuck with this. Everybody see this? I'm getting stuck with this one. Okay, this is good, but I'm getting stuck with this. So in order to have only radical on the left hand side, I need to get rid of this. So all I have to do is add both sides by 3. Add both sides by x. See? Add both sides by x here, and x here, they cancel out. And now you can square both sides. Because on the left hand side here, you don't have anything else except for the radical. Okay, now I can square both sides. Alright, again, as you can square, you can throw away the radical. This one, remember the formula I show you? The square of the sum. So a plus b squared is a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Let me remind you the formula. So over here, a plus b squared is a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So this, I use this formula to get this. Okay, you can go ahead and expand them. You can write as 3 plus x times 3 plus x, and you start foiling. But this is gonna take a lot of time, you know. So I'm gonna just do like this. I'm gonna apply the formula. Difference of square, we already talked about it. Okay, in the video. All right. So right now I'm gonna just go ahead and simplify it. So I will have x squared plus 5x plus 6 equals 0. Alright, so I have a quadratic, so I can factor them. Can solve by factor. We already learned how to factor, and we already learned the zero product property. Okay, and split them up. And now I can get two answers. And don't forget, you have to plug them back in here to check. Okay, and let's check if it is which ones work, which one is not working. So negative over here, negative 0, negative 3. This one not working. This one is not working. This doesn't work. Let's check this. Negative 2 gives you 1. Negative 3. Oops, this one is not working either. Oh, that's weird. Huh? Let's see, did they give something minus negative 3 minus x? So, oh yeah, I messed up right here. I'm sorry, guys. So it's negative 3. So that's why it's negative 3 here. So negative 3 here. So the answer is going to be negative 3 here. So negative 3, so give you negative 7, right? Negative 7x. So it's negative 7. Okay. Then over here will be negative 6. Then will be negative 6 and negative 1. So over here. That's why it doesn't work. Let me erase everything. So we're gonna have negative 6 equals 0, x minus 1 equals 0, so x equals 6, x equals 1. Let's check. 6 over here is equal to 3, and 3 over here, 6 over here, negative 3. It works, so this one works. How about this? 1 over here equals 422, 142, right? 2. Look like this is not good. So x equal 1 doesn't work, right? Because look at that. Look at that. It's 1, 3, 4, 2. Now 2 minus 1 is 1. It's not negative 3. So this is not working. Alright. Alright. You always have to check. Alright. So that example 3. Let me see. I can give you the last one. Example 4. Okay. On example 4, instead of having one radical, I will have two radicals. Okay. You see that I stopped my radical right here. It doesn't cover the whole thing, okay? But if it cover the whole thing, that's okay. It still works, but it's just another equation. It's different from this equation. So right now on the left hand side we have one radical only. It means that I already say that it means that we can square right away. Square both sides. Okay. And now we can throw this because the radical of something squared, you can throw it away. The problem it is, okay, so I'm gonna apply the formula again. So apply the a minus b square. I just remind you the formula a minus 2ab plus b square. I already showed you this last time. So I'm going to apply this formula for this. So a minus b, so square root of x square is x minus 2ab, 2ab will be 4 square root of x plus b square. So 2 square is 4. Okay. Now I can solve this. So I can x cancel out. So what I have left is this. Right? Okay. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna subtract both sides by 4, so give you negative 8 equal negative 4 square root of x. Okay. Alright. Then I divide both sides by negative 4, so negative 8 divided by negative 4 give you 2 square root of x. Alright. Now I have a very simple radical. So originally I have a complicated one. So now I make it so that I have another simpler radical equation. So I'll jump right now and I'm going to apply the property again. It means that I will square both sides again. Okay, so if I square it, I will have 4 equals square root of x squared is x. Then my final answer is x equals 4. And that's it. So that's it when you solve radical equation. Very easy, nothing hard. Okay? Alright, so I'm gonna stop right over here. The last test, of course, will cover this. But the final exam, I don't know. Okay, so the final exam, it depends on the math department. But it's good if you learn this carefully in order to prepare for the future. Okay, in order to prepare for your intermediate algebra and college algebra. All right. Now, if you have any question on the example here I give you, let me know. Okay, let me know immediately. I will give you something similar to this on the other test. Okay. If not, I wish you best luck on the next test, and my wish to you on the final exam, so you can do well on the final exam. That's the most the best thing I want in this course. So I want you guys, all of you, to pass this course at least. Okay. Alright, so if you have any question, let me know. Other than that, I'll see you maybe in the next semester, or if I have a chance with you again, I will have some college algebra, I have some intermediate algebra in the school. I may have some pre-calculus with you, hopefully. Later on, probably calculus, hopefully. Okay. I wish you luck on the test and the final exam. Bye bye.